Hello, superstars. Happy Sunday. It's Sunday afternoon, and today I've been out visiting my dad. And yesterday I saw my mom, and it's been 2 days of rest, and I'm so tired. I love my sleep routine, I love my dreaming, they're coming back, and I feel, how can I say it? It feels very strange to have left everything in Los Angeles that I had for the last almost 20 years. At the same time, I'm so excited about, the adventure I'm on now. That the way life is, and, things come and go, and how it can be chasing something and achieving goals, and then all of a sudden it's like a standstill. And that's a typical, right? When you hit your 40s or 50s, or if you've had children, maybe now it's a time where they're like growing up. And what happens with your goals and your dreams? And for me then, since I'm so happy to be back training at the gym, that's my highlight of the day. I love my food prep. I love that I'm starting my day with my meditation and my laugh therapy and my gratitude, and I love that I'm reading. I haven't been on my computer for maybe a week, and I'm pretty much only using my phones for updating my social media with my commitments and with my coach calls. And that's what I want to talk about a little bit. That when I lived in LA and I was a fitness trainer only, pretty much, and nutritionist, before that personal training, it was all about that goal, the get to the training, go to gym, keep on working on building up clients with the workouts, to not forget them and not delay and not drag and keep on showing up. And then, since my life evolution has changed into being more mindset and realizing that it doesn't matter how much you keep on wanting to chase fitness goals, because that is so little part of life. And for me, with my focus on mind and happiness and thinking about everyone now, keeping on wondering, why am I not motivated to train? Why do I feel this exhaustion, this fatigue? And I'm just thinking about my own situation, that I left everything and wanting to focus more on the mind and happiness and life, as in what I really love about my life and my goal and my work right now is this of being accountability partner for my clients. You're not just about fitness, you are more about what are you doing with your life and how do you stay accountable. And I'm thinking about the way it's so easy to be dragged into other people's lives, goals, or having that kind of momentum building, and who is gonna stay accountable for you? That if I can get really, thinking about how, if I don't show up for myself, if I forget to be motivated, if I just get so tired, it's almost like a fears of letting go and being terrified about not holding myself responsible for what I do. And that's the role I am for you, my clients, who realizing that it gets really tough to be the only one. Maybe you are taking care of everyone else. Maybe your children, maybe your spouse, maybe your mother and father, maybe you have your career. And then you're supposed to be motivated to keep going for yourself. And it's just tiresome. It's just hard to be the one who keeps on motivating yourself. And you might have been that in your younger self. And now life evolves and it's hard to kind of stay happy and productive and finding a new why and why to, it gets very limiting to think about, what am I going to be motivated to train for now? To gain a little bit muscle, to compete, and then what? And then at the same time living in the moment and present and knowing that it's just today. At the same time, the fears of not having income or not having a career or letting go. So many of you have asked about how I can do this, how I can just drop everything and find a way. And I don't really know. It's just I cannot live my life holding on to something that I feel has passed and that I'm not happy about. And I felt that only fitness, being a fitness trainer for people, wasn't enough, because it comes down to being there for people, as in my clients who are about happiness and mind and fitness, and who see me as a sparring partner, who see me as someone who holds you focused, who you can keep on having a recurring conversation with. It becomes like those friendships that you just don't have them growing on trees. And I'm thinking about my own life in LA, that it's easy to kind of romanticize and think about how I loved going to my store, I loved going to my gym or train at home, and thinking about my friends. But then, was it really that much, The things, you start to question them, because your mind constructs things into being something, and then it's easy to fall for that. It's just almost like a romance, like, an old story that you forget what was the reason to kind of want to let go. So I want you to know that I have so much love for all you, my clients. I understand and I feel the fears, the pressure, the kind of conundrums, and the standing still feeling in life. That it's almost like you would hope to kind of just not think and just go with it and build up momentum and kind of forget about thinking about life and just somehow go with it. And that is why it's so easy to kind of focus on a career that consumes you completely, so you have no more time to have the philosophical questions. So when I have myself and I think about what I have sacrificed and what I have made into my life, or what I am, and there is no manual, there is no life journal to kind of follow, and I don't have someone I follow with, so it's all about me. I don't have my own children, and so I cannot use anyone as an excuse, an escape from myself, which sounds really good, right? But it's also very scary, because, for instance, when I'm in a big city, I love my big cities. I feel connected and I have people around me. But then I miss solitude, and it's noisy, and I want peace and quiet. But now when I'm in peace and quiet, it can be very scary, thinking that what if I just forget myself? What if I just am here? That the life is slow and it's calm and quiet, and at the same time I feel that I'm missing out, like what if I feel that I live in the end of the world, and there's that there's no way back. And then I comfort myself that knowing that LA is there, and I built my whole life there, but there was so much more that I wanted out of it. And it's important for me to not hold on to something, because that is what I know, and that is what I have become accustomed to, that I push myself to be okay with living a little bit without having everything solved out, without having a guarantee. Or the typical part of me can be the controlling, that I want to have step 1 to step 100 on what my life path is going to be. And that is how it can be very limiting and restricting. Think about it. If it's so much of holding on to an idea or a concept and wanting to have a routine and feeling like a slave to that, feeling scared of letting go, how I'm so grateful that I have built up my own discipline with training, my discipline with nutrition, and that is automatic, that I don't have myself to challenge myself with, as in, am I going to be rebellion? That is gone for a long, long time. So now it's more about following my heart in what I do with my time. And that's what I just want you to really understand, that the challenges that everyone's hosting for many have been a kind of a comfort, that you feel falsely pretty much connected to people online. It can feel like they're your true friends, and you can feel that you have something to do, and you love to have a program, So when I said I don't want to do it anymore, of course I understand the fears of what are you going to do, because you're scared of being on your own. And I must say that I really, really, really much more love what I am with my clients now, that I have you having me as your friend, as your partner in life. I get to know you because we have those private conversations. We have time that are those quality discussions, quality thoughts, reflections, and we build rapport. And truly, what I have more than ever do understand this about accountability, why it's so much better term to be a life coach, because fitness is part of the routine that keeps us together. And now I'm thinking about how important it is to truly understand that health and eating nutritious food to take care of the body, to have your best body, and having interest to take care of, your muscles, your stretching, and not just focus on that visual and gains in muscle definition, and just really about having interest to choose the healthier food, choose a little bit about not just going by the greed food, not just having that kind of, munchies, or truly think about what does this do for me? And the same thing with thoughts and company and everything surrounding you. And I'm grateful and honored to have you, my clients, who want to, to see that it is like a friend that you are investing in. You are building long-term relationship, and it's much more reliable than having someone who have, let's say, you're not investing someone in with your consultation fee. You're not having someone you hire. You have someone just depending on being there, like someone who just like a friend. But you cannot depend on someone who is just your friend for your normal friendship, as in, you grow up with someone, you get to know them. When you hire someone who is dedicated to you, you have that insurance that they're not going to go away. And I love being that. So for me, even though I'm starting from a new kind of angle, that you get to know me for what I am for you in an overall holistic way of your friend, your partner, your confidant, your accountability, your depending, you're building that up with me. It's so valuable for me, because that way you take the time. I'm not just a machine. I'm not a trainer online that you just know you are there with hundreds of other people you can kind of hide away. We call on time. That I schedule with you, and I love it. I love so much to get to know you and really build those, because life is about building and relationships and getting to know yourself, and to not be lost or left with your own thoughts. We go through health crisis, relationship crisis, motivation drops, but also the excitement about new discoveries and new expansion, and having someone who's there to push you and keep you focused and not get your fears of what if you can't make it, like what if you get tired, what if you just have to take a break, or how to come back. And all that is what I love about what I do. I absolutely love being a coach. I love being part of you who provide the training, simplify your life. And it is the best thing I've done with my life, that I am investing in people's happiness and life expansion and the way you grow. And to see that is like having my children, but you're grown up, right? That was not a fart. I'm laying on my ball here. He said, yeah, right. I'm still on my parsnips joy bottom today. But anyway. So another thing that has evolved in my work is that I'm doing what is really important, the diet makeovers and the nutrition consultation. That, with my Fighter Art Recipe app, is that I make meal plans. I make it fun to get lean. I make it a joy to want to try healthy, delicious, satisfying recipes. And that's what I'm building up with these, you who invest in me, is how I can invest in the Fighter Art Recipes and build that up. And expand it and have chefs and create. I love that. There gotta be new recipes and new ways to eat the healthiest foods, and that's another reason why I love being here in Europe and why I look forward to Portugal and southern Italy in particular, to get new inspiration and to eat the highest quality local produce, the farm raised, and straight from the farms instead of going with the middleman with the big supermarkets. So I love my nutrition consultation. It's the same thing as my coaching, the recurring coaching, my clients who have one weekly call. And many of you have realizing that on weekends, at night is when you need someone like me around. And it's like the perfect partnership because that's morning time for me here. So it's like perfect marriage. And the nutritional consultation is something you also need recurring because you get diet blues, you fall off the wagon and you don't know how to get back on it, and you get no inspiration. It cannot be that it's boring and eat green beans and tuna. You're gonna do this for life. And if you're not stimulated and excited, you're just not gonna keep on eating the healthy way. So to be aware of that and not feel bad about it and not think what's wrong with you is part of why I love my nutrition consultation. To just have 30 minutes to talk about, so you feel that joy and love for eating healthy and spark new interest in your love interest of fighter diet and eating healthy. To see outside the box and think how to make it fun and to make it happen regularly, so you are having an easy time to keep your balanced life instead of struggling to trying to stay on a diet, because someday hopefully you're just gonna think, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't feel that I want to be on another diet plan. I don't want to commit. When you get scared of yourself for not being able to stay disciplined, well, think about this. What if you don't feel that it's discipline, you just enjoy it? That's what I help you with. So I love the nutrition consultation, and I love my recurring life coach calls. I love that I have weekend service pretty much. When you're 9, you 10 p.m., 11 p.m., finally you have time for yourself, and that's when it's morning time, my time. So it's it just works out the perfect way, the way universe allows when we do it. I would never do that if I was in LA, talk about 11 p.m. my time with clients. No, I don't think so. But morning time, I'm my freshest, it works out. And then the last thing that I love is the way I can cater to customized training, that I have my clients actually consult and hire me to program and make my 10 minutes workouts for my customized training clients. So that I have my U-screen with mobility and stretching and simple workouts, and what I really need and what I keep on doing are the warm-up workouts. I have martial artists and I have golfers and I have regular gym rats like myself who just need that mobility and warm-up drills that are more and more essential the more we're not 20 and fresh out of the oven. And I love it because most of the time I'm really tired before I get to work out, and then I wake up doing them, so I know the importance of having them. So I love customize that, and my clients then can say, hey, I need this, and I need to work on this pain that won't go away, and I can see in the form check, or I ask, and then I customize and I put it on iCloud, and there is the iCloud link. So it's so wonderful to be an online digital fitness nomad all over the world and be able to cater to my clients from all kind of levels, from beginner to professional, and to be there for that. It's the most rewarding work that I have ever done. So to summarize this little talk, I just want to tell you that I know how it can feel to be completely alone and, to not have anyone to trust or rely on. I want you to know that I have in no way abandoned you because I have left the USA for my residence. I'm a digital fitness nomad and I'm an American citizen in my heart. And I'm not permanent in any place. I want to experience the whole life in the whole world and travel to different places and really live the simple life, the minimalistic of having no reason to hold on things to myself. I don't have any interest to have my car and apartment and bed, you know. I love the way the more I let go of things and the more I just focus on the now. And the essential things I love to do is my working out and my healthy food, my meditations, and having time to stretch and think, to really slow down and having more listening to the birds and the quiet and the calm. And I love big cities, but the noise and the time I've been there, for now, I'm more into, I want to see Lisbon. I haven't been there, so I look forward to that, but it's not a super big, busy city, and it's in no way like New York and Los Angeles. And every day I'm proud of myself, and I pep talk myself, and I tell myself that, that it is so nice to kind of see how I react and go with the flow, and that I can take, for instance, the fact that I have now gone from complete lone wolf and living alone to having a family around me and 5 kids and 2 adults, and see that I adapt and I overcome, and I adapt and I enjoy, and that makes me really, I feel really empowered by seeing that I'm moldable. So that's what I love for you too, to kind of give yourself all that compassion and love and understanding, that if you let yourself breathe and you let yourself let go of your expectations, your pressure, and you think about your 5 adventures, let's say, instead of holding on to what you have done, and if you let yourself kind of be free and thinking, what makes me happy? Everything is gonna solve its way, everything works out if you let it. But to have a way of letting go control and still have someone who's there to listen and a friend that you can depend on is what I really love about my life and what I do now. So I'm proud of myself, and I'm so thankful for all you who see what I am for you, and that you see that I contribute to your happiness. I contribute to you feeling connected, that you feel that we are one together, and it inspires you and motivates you and keeps you accountable, that you're not alone with your own goals and you're not left to kind of focus on yourself only, that I'm here. And I'm here worldwide, and we are here together. And yeah, I'm just a big, big, big heart to kind of think about living in the moment and seize the day and do the best, but not having that pressure, and think before all life has gone by and you're thinking, well, why did I stress so much? Why didn't I just enjoy a little bit if I could have trust in my heart? So that's what I want you to have for the upcoming week, to think about that when it gets those overwhelming feelings of terror of being alone and being not knowing your path, and maybe you are at a crossroads in life, or maybe what you have loved to do isn't giving you the same satisfaction anymore. Just think about the way that you see me and thinking, why would she let that all go away? And don't I miss my LA life? Don't I miss my friends there? And yeah, I do. But I also know that if we always hold on to what we have, and it becomes almost a big attachment, and we're scared of losing it, and scared of breaking free, and almost like we're settling for bad relationships because that's what we have, or thinking that you're not worth it. What is it gonna take then to allow yourself to just give yourself a chance and trust your heart, and trust that the universe will take you, like they say, like the floor will be there if you fall, right? So I want you to know that I love you, and I love your courage, and I love that you are vulnerable, and that I love you, that you want to let me in. I love that you trust me, and in my relationship as coach and trainer, motivator, and leader in what I do, it's my absolute privilege and honor that you choose me to be there. And I really love my clients who, I've been training and being part of your life for years. And I hope that we're gonna be there together for, as long as we live together. And that is life. So thank you for this amazing little monologue. I hope that you feel connected. And remember, you can reach out to me if you want to schedule your nutritional consultation, you want to have me as your coach or sparring partner. just let me know. Oh, you hear the kids here. Everything I can do for you, I want to be part of that. So I have made my life freed up, liberated from the typical family life and having partners, and to have everything in my heart for my career, in my relationship with my clients. And that's what I love, to be there for you, that I'm actually living through my passion, my authentic self. And I want you to know that there's no way that I'm not scared or terrified, but I know that my love is stronger, and I choose to follow that. And when I feel too scared, when you feel that big panic attack, that you can fall through the floor, just a big breath, and I meditate, and I think about everything that makes me happy, and I feel freed and excited, because life is an adventure. So I'm fearless and I'm strong, and all will work out for you too. So all my love, and you can find me at Pauline@fightordie.com, or Pauline at seizethetrainingday@gmail.com, and one of those emails, or phone number 310-382-4462 via Messenger and WhatsApp, because that's free and Wi-Fi. I am limiting on my cellular because I love to save that. So you can also find me on Instagram, and I love for you to subscribe to my Fight Right recipe app for my recurring and new meal plans. And then Uscreen, where you see me come up with new home workouts and mobility and warm-up workouts and self-love work. So thank you so much for spreading the word, and thank you for choosing me to be your coach and your friend and your sparring partner in life.